We're going to do things that take time and not money. So there are 5 things. There's 5 ways that we bring in business that don't cost any money, that work every time, and that will get us 3 listings a month. Here they are. Write these down. FSBOs, expireds, cold calls, open houses, sphere of influence. FSBOs, expireds, cold calls, open houses, sphere of influence. FSBOs, expireds, cold calls, open houses, sphere of influence. Sierra, I love what you just said about open houses, because guess what? Of those 5, guess what the most successful one is nationwide right now? It's open houses. I'm not even kidding you. And let me tell you something. Open houses work if you know how to work them. I know. Sierra's like, no. Okay, so watch this. I promise you they are fantastic, all right? But you got to do them right, Sierra. The problem is you're probably not doing them right, okay? So watch this. I want to know how many, so first of all, how many of you have done an open house, or just type in the chat, how many open houses have you done in the last 30 days? Give me a number from 0 to however many it is. Type in how many open houses you guys have done in the last 30 days. Okay? Look at that. All right, good. Lots of people. Oh, wow, Rashid, 10 open houses in the last 30 days. Good for you. Hopefully you're doing them right and you're getting lots of traffic, okay? So now I want you to type in how many people are showing up to your average open house. Okay, right? Type that in. How many people are showing up to your average open house? 4 to 7, 6, 15 to 40. Margot, now we're talking. Now we're talking, Margot. All right. Alan's like 10 to 20. All right, good. 6 to 10. I like it. Good. All right. So here's the number. Yes, Sacramento is hot, Margot. I agree with you. It's not just Sacramento, though. It's everywhere. Truly. It really is right now. So here's what you guys should be getting. You should be getting 25 to 150 people out to every open house. Now let that sink in. Yes, I said 25 to 150 people out to every open house. Guys, this is huge. When you fully understand this, this is massive, all right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, and it's very easy. Before I do, I'm going to give you an example. Mike Bernier, he's one of our coaches and a client here at Club Wealth. Mike owns a brokerage called Realty Group. He and his partner Long own Realty Group up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Great people. By the way, if there's anybody at Realty Group here, type in RG in the chat. Shout out to you guys. And by the way, we're brand agnostic. We work with every brand out there. Look at all the RG folks. Good for you guys. Good to see you guys. But we work with every Paula. What's up, Paula? Also a Club Wealth coaching client. And we work with people from every brand. I don't care what brand it is. Your brand is not going to determine your success or failure in this business. You are, okay? And we love every company out there. We're happy to work with them. So that being said, Mike has an agent. He has, I don't know, like 800-900 agents in the brokerage. Up there in Minneapolis, Minnesota in February of 2024, this guy did an open house. And let me tell you, what do you know about Minneapolis in February? It sucks. It's cold. Sorry, RG folks. I love you guys, but dude, Minneapolis in February is bitter cold with strong winds. And this guy held an open house, and he followed our checklist. He got 77 people to show up to his open house in the first 1 hour. Okay. So many that it clogged up the parking lot. It was actually a townhome. It clogged up the parking lot so bad, the police got called, came out, and shut down the open house. Okay. Guys, is that a problem? No, think about this. He got 77 contacts before it got shut down. That's a great problem to have. Like, go ahead and shut my open house down. I've already got 77 contacts, right? Freaking boom, right? All right. So how did he do it? Let me show you exactly how to get more people. And again, 25 to 150 people out to every open house consistently. Here you go. Number 1, I want you to pick the right house. That means I want to move up neighborhood, okay, not entry level, because I want them to have something they're going to have to sell too, right? So I always want to make sure it's a move up neighborhood. Then I want to make sure that, by the way, when they come in and they have a house to sell, I'm not going to just tell them to sell the house. I'm going to teach them to rent it out. Right? Because again, now I become a trusted advisor instead of being just some agent that's trying to get them to, do some, to let them sell their house, right? When I become a trusted advisor, I get all their business and all their referrals. Okay. So that said, I want to make sure that it's no more than a half mile to a mile from a major shopping area, no more than a half mile to a mile from a major shopping area. Then no more than 2 turns off the main road, no more than 2 turns off the main road. Now, there are 4 ways to drive people, 4 really powerful ways to drive more people to your open house. type into your chat or into the comments in the Facebook feed here if you can think of what are the 4 best ways to get people to my open house. Okay. So get this, it gets really interesting. So I'm going to give you the 4 ways. Signs is one. Calls, right? So I'm going to call through the entire neighborhood. I'm going to door knock the entire neighborhood. And I'm going to do some really good social media advertising. Okay. Those are the 4 ways. Now, all 4 of these are very, very, very powerful. And the more of them I do, and the better I do each of these 4, the more people I will get to my open house. Now, I will tell you that any one of these can get 25 people out to your open house very simply. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even gonna talk about the calls, the door knocking, and the social media. I'm gonna talk first about the signs. And actually, I'm just gonna talk about the signs because this is the easiest, most powerful way to do it. So what I want you to do, and this is gonna freak some of you out, type this into your chat. How many signs do you think I want you to put up for every open house? Everybody type in your chat. How many signs do I want you? Oh, Hannah's like 250. Holy cow, Hannah. That's a lot of signs. All right. Well, you're on the right track. It's definitely more than 8 or 2, 5 or 3 or whatever. I want you guys to put up a minimum of 50 signs per open house. 50 signs per open house. Now, Sierra, we just identified your problem. You said, I've got 8. Great. You need to go buy some more. Now, you don't need A boards. They don't have to be A boards, okay? These can be cheap open house signs you get at Home Depot, okay? They could, literally like $5 a piece, right? This does not have to be expensive. Now, as soon as I say this, some of you are like, but Michael, if I put up that many signs in my city, the city's going to take my sign. Who freaking cares, right? I'm going to quote a great governor that you guys might recognize. He says, break the rules, not the laws, right? Sorry, that's probably not a very good Austrian accent, but that, of course, is the great Arnold Schwarzenegger. And guys, here's a great example of this. If a problem that you can write a check for isn't a problem, it's an expense, right? So write this down. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Write that down. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Now think about this. Guys, if I put up 50 signs and it costs me $5 per sign, which is way more than it's going to cost for just a cheap plastic sign with a stake, right? A corrugated sign with a stake, it's cheap, right? But if I put 50 of these up and the city takes all 50 of my signs, what does that cost me? $250? Guys, I've seen you spend more than that on dinner or on Starbucks for the month or whatever. Like, instead of spending it on stupid stuff like that, spend it on something that could actually help your business, like signs. Now, in some jurisdictions, they might fine you for putting too many signs up. That's fine, right? Okay, as long as the fine is reasonable to you and you can afford it and it makes sense to take that risk. But here's the thing, guys. When you do this, you're going to get 25 to 150 people out to your open house. If it costs me $250 in lost signs to get 50 people out to my open house, am I going to make way more than $250 back? Yes, way more. All right, so that's a phenomenal strategy, an easy way to get a ton more business rolling in. And by the way, one of the reasons we do the move up neighborhoods is because, again, I get nosy neighborhoods coming in, or nosy neighbors coming to my open house. I love the nosy neighbors. Why? Because they have houses to sell. Okay, guys, this is very important. Those are my future sellers. Okay. I love those guys. Margot's like, I love them too. Margot, you sound like you're doing a bunch of open houses too, and that you're having great success with it. So I appreciate you being on. I appreciate you sharing your experience. That's awesome. All right. That being said, now, open houses, as great as they are, I know most of you are probably getting most of your business from your sphere of influence. So let's talk about our sphere of influence for a minute. Club Wealth is the only coaching company on the planet that will literally guarantee that you will double your income or make at least an extra $100,000 your first year coaching with us, or we will give you 100% of your investment back. Click the link below, sign up for the appropriate tier level, and let's get you a strategy session today. And I promise you, I 100% guarantee you, promise you that you will walk away with a heart full of gratitude for the time that we took for you, because you got so much value out of that call. Schedule your strategy session today. I promise you'll be glad you did.